Hello and welcome. I am Jessica Loper. I am an intuitive guide for women who are spiritual entrepreneurs, and this is guidance for the week of June 7th. I'm going to start by talking about what's going on with the planets and moon cycle, which affects some of you more than others. So take what resonates. First of all, we have new moon and a solar eclipse on Thursday, June 10th. Okay, so we are going to start feeling some of that energy of new beginnings. It's a great time to set intentions and let go of what you need to at this time. All right. Sometimes before the new moon, like a few days before new moon, it's like that dark moon period. So you may kind of have more stuff come up that you need to work through. Just be gentle with yourself, okay? Also, Mercury is still in retrograde, so be extra gentle with yourself because you may start feeling like that new beginning energy towards the end of this week. But I feel like we also need to keep in mind that it's a time to really go within and to complete what is needed, which kind of tends to be more of the full moon energy. So I know it gets a little confusing. Really, when it comes down to it, just go with what resonates for you and what it feels like to you. But it feels to me like the new beginning energy is a lot to do with our ideas. I know last week, if you watched last week's video, I was talking about how there is a lot of that energy of change and transition going on, but a lot of it is internal changes, maybe changing belief patterns or letting yourself feel what is needed. I feel like we're still kind of in that, but definitely moving more into that new beginning energy of it. But just be patient with yourself, okay? And those of you who have businesses, be patient this week. Do what you feel led to do. If you feel like taking some action, do it. But also be patient. It's almost like whatever efforts you put forth in your business this week, it's like planting seeds, okay? So don't expect it to just like bloom and blow up and, take big leaps. It's more like the action steps this week feel more like planting seeds or like they're gonna lead to something greater, okay? So hopefully that makes sense. With that being said, if you are in my paid membership, we do have our group event session on Thursday, okay? Thursday night at 7 p.m. If that's something you want to join and you're not part of it yet, definitely send me a message, okay? All right, so now I'm going to pull a card. We're going to pull from Wisdom of the Hidden Realms, just asking Spirit what other message we need collectively for guidance this week. Also, when it comes to collective messages, take what resonates. If you're following me and you're drawn to what I do, the message is definitely going to be more likely to be for you, but that doesn't mean it's for everyone. Does that make sense? Like sometimes you see people post collective messages and you're like, that's not for me. Oftentimes, it just wasn't for you that day, or maybe the person isn't the best energy match for you. Could be one or the other. Ooh, we got one popped out. All right. Ooh, I love this. The message, the card is the Phoenix. All right, and it says resurrection, surrender to change. Okay, so the Phoenix, I love this because it reminds me of how like sometimes we have to hit bottom or we have to fully surrender in order to really rise up or to figure out what we want or to be ready for that next vibrational change or shift, okay? So I really feel like it's letting you know to feel your feelings. If you need to have a good cry, have a good cry, okay? And that happens. Like for me, I wouldn't say it happens every single month, but oftentimes that dark moon phase right before full moon, like sometimes I have a day where I'm just like off and in my feelings and I just need to release and be really gentle with myself or let myself feel something. So if you need to cry, cry. For some of you, it may just come in the form of getting really honest about something. Even if it's being honest with yourself about the changes you want to take place, what you want to happen. And oftentimes, when you can fully surrender, okay, and surrender doesn't always mean crying, okay? Sometimes it does. Everyone's different. You all are different. You have your own path. You have your own way of feeling and processing things, okay? So I don't want you to feel like if you don't cry that you're doing it wrong, because that's not necessarily the case, okay? So allowing yourself to surrender though this week, okay? Surrender. The nice thing is when you do fully and truly surrender, there's always this light energy after, okay? We feel lifted up. We are rising. We are the rising phoenix, okay? That beautiful energy comes through. You feel ready for the next step. You feel ready to make the choices that you know you need to make, the changes that you know you need to make. Last week, I also mentioned that some of you, it might even just be a teeny tiny change. Maybe it's a change in your routine or your diet. Did you make that change yet? Did you? Did you do it yet? If you did, good job. If you didn't, it's okay, but do it. All right? Do it. Do the thing. Okay. All right. And then I'm also going to pull an essential oil card. Okay. So those of you who use essential oils, or if you don't, you can just call the energy in of it. Or if you don't have the exact oil, just simply, universe, I call in the energy of this oil. Okay, because the oils, they carry a vibration, they carry a frequency, they each carry their own unique frequency. Let's see what it is today. Comforting. Okay, so this is just saying a comforting blend. Okay, so if you have a blend of oils that is comforting, what oil comes to you when you think, okay, what oil or oil blend, okay, maybe it is a single oil, or a blend. What oil comes to you? What comforts you? I'll give you some suggestions in just a moment, but I want to give you the space to really listen to what comes to you, okay? And this card represents consolation. The trigger statement is, I cannot go on, okay? So any feelings, a feeling like you just can't do it anymore, it's overwhelming, what's the point, I can't go on, anything like that. Whether it's something internal or stuff you're dealing with external, either way, okay? And the true statement is, my heart is light, okay? So let's bring in that energy of light to our heart spaces, okay? This says, please hold space for the feelings you have. Honor them and be with them. Your burden will be lightened. Okay, so I think also this is asking us to trust. Okay, all right, so if you need some suggestions, comforting blends. I really love Balance by doTERRA. Balance blend is just one that I think is super comforting. Frankincense, rose. What else is comforting? Vetiver. I feel like vetiver is comforting. Okay, so use what you feel called to use. If you have oils that you feel like are comforting, like tell me in the comments. I'd love to know if you have a suggestion, what oil is comforting for you, okay? All right, I think that's it. Also, as a reminder, I do have a free event for summer solstice. That's for those of you that would like to bring in the energy of play and prosperity into your business. That's a free group session on, let's see, it is Monday, June 21st at 7 p.m. It is free, 7 p.m. Mountain Time. It is free, but you do have to register, okay? And there is a replay. Unless you're in my paid membership, you do not have to register. You already have access. But if you're not in my membership, you can get free access to this if you register. The link to that is in the description of this video. Would love to have you there if you're feeling called. Take care.